Welcome back everyone, and let's play some Armed and Dangerous. Now, the road to Zitwalla has been fraught with a lot of tribulations and problems, and a lot of locals running away at the mere mention of the name. But now we are basically just outside of the place. And what do you know? As luck would have it, the weather is pretty bad, stormy, and so lending credence to the fact that this place is pretty bad for our summer home. I guess if the weather is like this 12 months a year, maybe it is, but the seaside, so there's an upside to it. First of all, you get some seaborne air, like salty air, which is pretty good for your, I guess, sinuses or something. And also, weather permitting, the view will be pretty great at sunset and sunrise. But for now, the Lionhearts have to slog up the hill. This path with a lot of hand-placed enemies and spawning grunts at the most inopportune of times. And when I play this mission, yeah, as you can see, there will come a point where I'll be pretty frazzled. Oh, look at them, the ocean textures are just that, textures. This game was released in what, 2003? Okay. The ocean shaders have not been developed to its full potential yet. Anywho, yeah, you can see there are a lot of officers and grunts on one side, officers on the other side. As long as you concentrate on one soldier or an enemy at a time, it's fine, but apparently Q didn't, and he's not long for the world. That is too bad, because I really need Q and his T. And this guy probably spawned randomly into basically facing our backs, so we are basically ambushed. Not by our own design, because I killed everybody as I climb up the hill, but you cannot be prepared for that kind of, you know, gameplay design. And yeah, I'm trying to use rocket launchers, and for the most part, it is a very effective weapon. But sometimes it basically auto targets a wrong structure or area, and this doesn't go where I intended it to go. So I switch back to machine gun. And try a more up-in-your-face frontal assault. Right. Okay, so yeah, I managed to destroy quite a few houses not marked by bullseye because of the rocket launcher's auto targeting. And I admit, it's also a mistake on my part, not realizing that the weapon can be a bit, you know, kind of a bit wayward. And what can you do with the kind of situation where the enemy is holed up in a house? It's easy to blow it up. In some missions, it seems houses are more hardy than others. Okay, so I was able to complete the first leg of this mission at the outskirts of Zitwalla. I have unfortunately lost Q. His presence will be missed. I would have liked to see Q111 go up against Q112s, but yeah, they will have to wait until later time. And the gate has been opened on the other side, and the first enemies rushing in get their face full of rockets. Oh, I love this particular setup. 2 enemies, 2 rockets each, and dropping items to boot. So this is the most favored situation. Alright, there's a pub I can save. True checkpoint. Yep. Okay, that sound doesn't really seem comforting. Makes you wonder if this structure will cave in on you after you cross it. And yeah, they get a bit too antsy with the gun, so they couldn't really wait until we rounded the rock there in front of the pub and shoot at us from the back. Alright, so
That mole, Jonesy. I heard his mother's easy.
brother.
On the eye, I was going to say, Mr. Jonesy, sir. Easy on the eye.
That'd better be what you were going to say.
That better be what you're going to say. Sorry about that, folks. Lane shotgun is pretty funny and pretty amusing to use, and for a couple of times, but for crowd control and being effective as a weapon, not as effective as the rocket launcher. So I'm going to probably replace it. Yes, I did. Yeah, okay, finally. A sniper rifle could have been useful, but it's a wash between sniper rifle and mortar. With sniper rifle, you cannot really move around while shooting or aiming. Okay. Alright, so basically aiming for us, right, exiting the pub there. And I was wondered why this gun is located or pointing in that direction. But I will soon figure out why. Alright, so the grunt dropping some helpful items and being blasted by rockets. So being a bit exposed here from the right side. Oh yeah, there are a lot of enemies congregated there. Pretty good place to pepper us with rockets and what have you. And rockets, they shoot. They have a different launcher. I guess I don't really expect the rocket they use are any different from vanilla rockets, but they do have a pretty good splash damage. Yeah, it's kind of waste while I blast one single enemy using 2 rockets. Yeah, I accidentally, well, the rocket launcher accidentally targeted the gun emplacement up on the cliff there. Yeah, and I really need to jump around and try to be as best I can to evade the barrage. But yeah, this is pretty funny. Direct shot. The enemy's flown like 150 feet into the air. Distraught and frustrated, I try to see if this actually is a gate to some alternate path, but I don't think it was it led to anything. Yeah, the gun that was mentioned before, yeah, was you know, when you actually get killed while trying to while not being really aware of the guns on the at the top of that hill, and you can probably use the gun I just entered to maybe launch a preemptive strike against it. Okay, so more rockets. Yeah, well, if the things are not going so well, you just have to use rockets to force your case. Alright, I spent all my rockets, so doesn't really bode well for me. And health pack. And I begged Jonesy. Yeah. Look, I begged him to actually take notice of the health here, but he has no care for self-preservation. Come on, Jonesy. Use your flashlight or something. Jeez, can you see it? Hey, Jonesy lost his sense of direction. He can only smell Roman with his bad eyesight. I tried to force him to stay there in that area. Try to notice the health pack, but no bell. And this place is what I call a hell in a handbasket. This place. Yeah, I spent a long time here trying to figure out how to actually get through this particular section. And die here a lot of times, so I won't really, you know, I won't make you watch all of it. Yeah, this happened like 9 or 10 times really. I was really frustrated. But now, here you see how I was able to get out of this place. I know exactly what all the gun emplacements are located. I know where all the enemies are, and that is the only way. This prior knowledge of everything, this omniprescience, that I was able to actually survive this particular section of the mission. Oh boy, yeah, 4 rocket-toted enemies all shooting at me. the same target at the same time with a little bit of an angled trajectory, and until this time, or until the very moment before this particular attempt, I didn't see the gun emplacement to my right. Until I saw the tracer from one of its projectiles, I realized that something was there. And also there are another gun emplacement just around this bridge. Didn't bode well for my first attempt through that particular section. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to aim at that particular gun, basically setting its sight on me as I would have crossed this bridge. Then I have him just sitting duck while there will be enemies also coming from around the bend over there, and then I save. Yeah, after being killed 9 times or so. Time to save. Enough is enough. I tell you, enough is enough. Alright, so compared to the last few sections, this is basically a cakewalk. And we come across this very dilapidated and wore down area with the Q-112 looming over the horizon, shooting its minigun. Luckily I had enough mortar rounds to whittle its health down to it's a sliver of its I guess health. And of course all out of mortar rounds now. I try to do my best with my whatever weapon I have at my disposal, but I only have machine gun and these guys are impervious to machine gun fire. So yeah, fast forward time. But I try to lead this guy eventually to its doom by leading him to the gun emplacement.
That I know to be true and still functioning. Thankfully, these guys are pretty good at pathfinding, so I didn't really have any problem leading them to where I wanted. Just in the crosshairs for a turret. Yeah, trying to lead him on by evading him and running like heck. Run like heck to that emplacement, gun turret. I really need to make my mind up whether to call them emplacement or turret. I should just call them turret, for brevity's sake. Alright, yeah, they're just standing by and they're shooting their minigun, which kinda hurts. Let's go back and see if he's following me. Yep, suddenly everything got quiet. It's only you and me, Q-112. Up here, intelligent enough to be able to follow me. And your intelligence will be your undoing. Well, if he had any kind of pathfinding issues, then I would have had to restart my mission. And that would have been pretty disastrous for my endurance and for my patience. Okay, so at least I am able to make use of this turret. Maybe not for its intended purpose, but, you know, was able to defeat one Q-112 now.
Yeah, invisible wall prevents me from just falling to my death and ending it all. If I sound a bit down, folks, you know, it's just let's just say that this game took a bit of a toll on me, because in that particular place I mentioned I died a lot. I really died a lot, and yeah, that wasn't really a fun experience. And even now, trying to record after I have played the mission, I have a lot of bad feelings about this mission. And yeah, just bad feelings all around, and just wondering what that other bridge was all about. Maybe it's like a racing game where I have to return here and then the pathway may be open. A lot of thoughts enter into my mind, a lot of extraneous thoughts not related to the game, and I apologize for that. And there is the one remaining Q-112. I mean, there's been many Q112s now and then. He was not able to stop the Lionhearts from progressing and doing whatever it wants. Maybe it's time for Q113. So maybe Q112 with a jumper pack. Too bad the turret cannot turn more than 120 degrees. And maybe I can just bypass the whole thing and try to achieve the mission objective. But apparently that is not to be. It is not to be, unfortunately. So I tried to do a mad dash. Yeah, this is a purely suicide, but by this point I didn't really care. And luckily enough, Q112 had to load his machine gun right before he could blast my face full of minigun fire. And I used the same tactics here again.
Lululu. Going back to the turret. See if you can follow me. And this time Kyuntop is a bit more aggressive. He's a bit more motor on him. Yeah, this could have been pretty bad if he was ever more accurate with the gun. I take a road less traveled. It could have been my undoing here because I gave a clear pathway to the minigun's shot. So should have used the pathway around it, just like the first time. But like I said, I didn't care at this point. I definitely tried to use a knockout punch on the Q and toss, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Knocked him out. Alright, so here I am, and you can see that I was trying to look for the guy, but he's a lot closer than the last guy was. Yeah, and basically I put him an animation lock here. And he tries to shoot through the cliff. Thank goodness for, you know, inadequate AI. I'm able to end this mission once and for all. For my sanity and for the entertainment of the viewers, yeah, this mission had better be over. Okay, a long track back to Zitwalla. I wonder why it's called Zitwalla. Okay.
I'm kind of antsy about maybe the possibility of enemies just spawning right behind me and ruining the mission. But by the time I was full in health and everything, so I realized that and then basically bolt straight to the mission objective. It's just getting to the gate of the community or the city or town. Yeah, across the bridge. And the skybox looks pretty nice. Definitely looks a lot better than the ocean down below. Since we are pretty high up there, seems the ceiling is really low on this particular day. Oh yeah. Tranquil ocean despite the storm. You did it! The beautiful holiday Zitwalla homes are yours. Okay. Great. Not much accident despite all the houses that I destroyed inadvertently. Okay. Stretch out my legs. The beautiful leper village. Oh, that's why everybody was afraid. Just mere mention of Zitwalla is enough to give you a leprosy.
Gosh, what wonderful people.
Please, sir, can you kick this ball with me? All my brothers and sisters are no longer with us.
Sure I can.
A few jokes at the expense of the poor lepers is within
Okay, kick it, Mr. Roman. Go for the goal.
humor quotient for this game. Oh, we can see Prince Stick there also. I wonder what Prince Stick's special ability is. Maybe he could have been a NPC to join us on our journey, but
We're here to find a young gal called... Look, what? What do you want?
Can I have my hand back now? Much appreciated.
We're
I don't
looking
blame
for a
him.
girl called Lily. We believe her grandfather brought...
Cute? Jonesy? Rome? What are you doing here?
why is Lily having a summer home
Follow me.
among the lepers? I have no idea.
So,
Maybe it's cheap.
Roman, you're a big fat liar.
you think so?
Here, have a look yourself.
Whoa. Looks like they found the right
Come on,
girl.
wish it would stop doing that.
And Arnos Atrium, son of Cucum Staff,
came unto Ned and gave him the corn cob. And he said, with this corn cob go forth and spread the word about corn. And all the world was glad,
Corn?
for it was small and had a wonderful yellow colour.
Hey, what's she on about?
I don't know. Something to do with corn.
Families named their children and pets corn. Farmers named their vegetables corn. And much confusion abounded, but never did their love for the corn falter.
Yeah, that's good. It's interesting. Maybe try a different section now.
Oh man, this is going nowhere.
Travelers came upon Lily in a garden where corn did grow,
Oh, please.
and offered her the book.
No, this is it.
And she spake loud and bold of the Majorcan prophecy, for the book and she were one.
Look, just tell us if there's a reward for doing this malarkey.
Bounteous rewards awaited the protectors if they could fulfill the prophecy by leading Lily to the sacred ruin of Jerosa.
So we have to take her to Jerosa.
And Jonesy said unto the others, shall we have to take her to Jerosa? For he was rather dim-witted and didn't quite understand what everyone else had already deduced.
What? Bastard!
And Jonesy, feeling embarrassed by his own ineptitude, stood forth and spewed profanities at the book. Such were the size of his tiny testicles.
They should call it the Book of Truth.
Ha 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 ha.
It appears I have been chosen to lead this great land of ours. Rome, Jonesy, Q, and Rexus, it is my honor to have you as my protectors.
Protectors? Lads, this will be our finest hour.
Grandfather, you are home. I'm going to be stepping out for a bit. Please don't wait up.
Big birds in the sky! Big birds! Blackbirds swooping down! Oh, Jimmy will be...
That grandfather release do have the most detailed face in the game,
He
it
started
seems.
early.
Oh, the birds coming! Look out! In the sky! They come. Wait, he's right. Sort of.
Zeppelins, huh? Wow.
The village is under attack.
King Ford is using his always Air Force.
Shrub patrol. Guard this girl with all your...
Don't protect humans.
Protect humans.
Her name's Lily, and she's a big fan of flowers.
We will guard her with
Alright, well, yeah, whatever Lily's growing on her yard, I think it's for the shrub patrol to defend.
Q, take this.
Now, I want you all to get inside the house and keep...
Alright, let's go. Is this another turret mission? I don't mind it if it's going to end quickly enough. Oh, no. So, need to defend Lily's house. The problem is I don't know where Lily's house is. And the king doesn't know as well, so he's just going to steamroll Zitwalla with whatever he has. He's not gonna pull all stops here. And I need to protect the houses, of course, and if I know where her house is, need to protect Lily's house. The Zeppelins are basically showing up with their propeller noises. They seem to be a bit hardier version of what we used to be seeing. But they do get damaged pretty well from the rockets, but you know, it'd be nice if the rockets were able to finish them off quickly. And all our rockets. Alright, so the next best thing is shooting machine guns. Oh, the humanity! Alright, yeah, every big ball of fire descending onto the ground deserves a comment. The Zeppelins are pretty fragile, it seems. Scratch whatever I said in terms of it being the hardier version. Get destroyed even by the machine gun fire. Alright. Thankfully the guys are not following me. The rounds of rockets, okay. Good. I have something to shoot at the Zeppelins with. And the King Ford is gone. Nice. How convenient, but the Zeppelin is out of range somewhat, so... I soften the Zeppelin up. And oh, okay, the Zeppelin shoots back. Okay, so it offers a bit of resistance, but... Yeah, so against this King Forge is gone. Well, Forge gone is... Yeah, it doesn't even stand a chance. So yeah, I hear a lot of screams and commotion background, so I go back and see, oh my goodness. Oh no, the sky is practically crawling with them. I just spent like a few seconds, like, well, not a few seconds, a minute or two, trying to destroy the other Zeppelin, but now they're like, I don't know where they did appear from, but yeah, we're in trouble. And these guys are the nuisance. And they're screaming in the background. Oh, jeez. Yeah, not doing too well here. Where are my teammates? Oh, okay. Actually helping. Good. The Zeppelins are dropping the officers, it seems, and these machine gun guys are not really much of a problem. They do attack us. But then, yeah, the rocket guys are the ones that are definitely dead set in their mission of destroying houses, seems. This guy's wall walking. And he gets pulled into the black hole. Pretty fun. Yeah, and Jones is holding on to dear life. Alright, these guys are keep coming in. Yeah, definitely it's going to... Whoa, at least they... At last they actually try to resist from their aggressors shooting in their face and their backs. Normally it seems like they're just really determined to destroy the houses, and you know, they just bypass us. And they do come in waves here, and shooting at their parachutes do not really do anything. Maybe expect them to fall to the ground, but no, unfortunately not. Well, there was a bit of a rash attempt, a desperate attempt to destroy these floating bunkers where these guys are coming from. Wow, they're throwing bombs and they're like... Oh man, the houses really cannot withstand as many as 2 rockets from them, so wow. Yeah, things are not going too well there, don't see. You really need to help us. Be on your witch and be on guard. It's kind of funny that they drop machine gun ammo, or I don't know, something other than rockets, because you know, all they use are rockets. I don't know, why don't they drop some rockets? Help the brother out here. Wow. Yeah, I need to... Yeah, I'm trying my best to damage them, and then I did kill them in the air, but... Maybe I should rockets at them. Didn't realize back then I could have used rockets to destroy them in 2 shots. And I failed, yeah. It was just a very poor attempt. Didn't really get anywhere there. I mean, I was just trying to react to all the rocket-toting guys. The result speaks for itself. In a very bad way. Yeah, the start here is not good. Just wasting the black hole bomb. I saw an extra black hole bomb down where Forge's gun was, but here I attempt to explore a bit more of the map first and see.
I swear the king's tyranny will end.
And what do you know, I discovered there's a pub actually, and with the really powerful turret. These guns are really powerful, definitely faster firing than the Forge gun. Makes a mincemeat out of the Zeppelins. Yeah, seemed like a pretty good start to the mission and all. I think I noticed a tracer fire from a sniper captain, but I didn't see any sniper captain so far in this mission, so I don't know why I would expect it. Yeah, and I should have ordered my guys to be near to the ground where actually the rocket RPG attacks is going to happen. They do follow me though, so I probably need to order them to stay here. There's an option for that. Oh wow, they're just making they're just having a field day. Which is not good. The King Forge gun. Not really useful because it sort of takes me away from the main action, and also distracts my guys to shoot at the Zeppelin hopelessly. Yeah. If you think about it, there's like a lot of stuff that I could have done differently to evade or avoid certain certain outcomes. Yeah, the rockets should have been reserved for the actual soldiers. And I ordered my teammates to stay on the ground while I try to activate the turret and try to shoot from an elevated position so I can see more of the ground and also the zeppelins. And yeah,
Have you been to
I was
Shaggy
saved
Field?
to.
Most beautiful sheep in the world. Oh, hello, Roman. We were just talking about.
Okay, well, yeah, I tried to reload my weapons and also get some health in the process. And then indirectly, my teammates also get healed, even though they are not with me right now. Lane shotgun. Maybe I thought that I could use the lane shotgun to maybe delay these waves of attack by making the soldiers flee in terror, but Sticky Bomb does a better job of doing that. So yeah, Blue Shark is going to do really nothing against these guys when they're so efficient in destroying houses. 2 rocket shots, all it takes to destroy one house. They do stop for a moment when they realize there's something like something afoot under their feet. Yeah, the shark is no target now. Okay, so I sort of realized by this time that the rocket soldiers are coming from. They're landing like on this top ledge, so I decide to stay here while I leave my teammates down on the ground. And yeah, for some time I thought that this was a right strategy because I did face a lot of rocket soldiers and killed a lot of them. And my teammates are helping, but they should be helping me on the ground where Lily's house, should be. I really don't know where Lily's house is. It doesn't show up on the compass. I can only tell where her house is by the scream. And apparently the scream was the last I would have heard from her because apparently her house got destroyed. So from the checkpoint, I have a better chance of maybe using my experience so far and try to devise a better strategy, but right now I'm just reacting to the action on the ground and just, yeah. Well, at least my teammates are happy, they're laughing, and the sharks are happy because they get some, they have enough food to go around between them. Alright, suddenly action got a lot more quiet. I'm trying to see if, yeah, from the looks of the destroyed houses, this is also where most of the rocket soldiers on the other side land. And I notice now that Jonesy has gone to a better place, looking a better place than Zitwalla. To Mole Heaven. Is Mole Heaven underground? I don't know. I decide to stay in the middle of the village and maybe track between the places where I know where the soldiers are coming from, and try to see if I can make it work this way, because they do drop the soldiers in staggered fashion from alternating from the sides. So I come here one time. And Q's apparently have nothing to do. Can't you see the guys are running for the houses? Come on, man. Alright. So I see some guys coming from the other side. Great. At least they don't use the distance of the rocket, and at least they have actually traveled to the target before shooting their rocket at almost point blank range. So for that, I'm kind of thankful that they're actually not trying to, like, you know, shoot rockets like really. They have standards, damn it. They need to make sure for certain that they're gonna destroy the house, which they did here. Yeah. That was clean. Now I see a lot of rockets. Good. So I was able to save the town this time. I don't know what I did. That was drastically different from the last time. But like I mentioned, I tried to stay in the middle of the town rather than, you know, going to one particular place and try to, you know, concentrate there. I try to just do everything. I just try to do everything on my own at the same time, and it worked.
Hey there, Henry.
Oh,
Alright.
not tonight, Gene. I've already had one.
Rome, praise the
Yeah, I don't really.
found you. It's that arrow through the head.
I guess the house was nearby the windmill,
You
but
are
I
more
didn't
than
really
just a
notice
great
where it
basket
really
weaver.
was.
Well, thank God for that, eh?
Maybe it would have been too late if I
Hang
went there to
on.
maybe
Let's
defend
have
it
a
or
bit of
something.
fun. Yes. You are right, oh wise one. For I, Roman, have weaved many baskets in my time. Some large, some small, and others, well, they were kind of in between, with oversized handles. And these were the best, for they could be inverted and holes cut out for eyes, and then used as an helmet in battle. Oh, many great wars were made victorious with the help of these basket helmets.
Well, I've never seen Roman that talkative.
Just confused him.
He's the one who's actually dishing out the sarcastic reply to whatever silly things that his teammates or his mates actually say.
She
But
was a basket weaver!
Sorry, dozed off for a sec there. Gosh, where are we?
Rexus tells me she was an old beggar woman. What became of her?
Oh, Roman, she met an awful fate.
Well, all I remember is that she rescued you from a burning building when you were a child.
That burning building was the armored palace. And the beggar woman was you, Rexus.
I knew it. I always had feminine feelings. I mean, I love pink, I love flowers. I've always wanted to be a girl.
No, wait, that's not what I mean. You dressed as an old beggar woman and escaped from the palace with baby Rome after his parents, the king and queen of Amortia, were murdered by Forge.
My parents?
Roman, you are the last of the Armorts. The last of the truly great weavers!
Oh, great. My best friend is a total wanker.
About what I
total
just said.
wanker.
The moment you unlocked the book, I knew you were the one. It was your mother, not Rexus, who cast that great spell on the book. A spell which would only yield to one with the purest of armored blood. You! They came looking for Rexus because they knew that he was the key to finding you!
But how did they know about Rexus in the first place?
Well, the main reason is that he wrote, this book belongs to Rexus the Great, along with Forge is a big poo-poo head on every page of this legendary book.
Idiot. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. It's a lot to take in.
Come on, Rome, let's go and have a cup of tea.
Oh, good idea. Besides, we need to get Lily to... What the hell is that?
Lily make disguise.
You fool. Where is she?
Dendrobius in Canlo. Never thought we'd see one in our lifetime.
Oh, the
Where's
short
Lily?
rate patrol.
Kidnapped!
They're useless.
They would have taken her to King Forge. She is in terrible danger.
If they've done anything to her... No.
Aww.
A delightful girl.
All the good memories. Oh, man, what's wrong there? Huh? Oh my goodness. Too weird for words. What is wrong with Rexus? Really?
What the f is wrong with you people? Let's go!
You will need a zeppelin if you are to get to Forge's palace.
Stig know where Zeppelin base is. Over that mountain. Then
Oh, no wonder there are so many Zeppelins around.
Sure. Can you show us the way, Stig?
yes.
Was it a window or a painting? Oh, that is just a painting.
That's a painting.
Oh, please, Lord, just one.
Just one!
Stand down, civilian.
What? I can't believe you're sticking up for a moron like him.
He qualifies as a vegetable and will be protected as such. He's done. Right, now let's find that Lily girl.
Well, at least her name is derived from a flower.
Come on, Stig. Let's go and find this Zeppelin base then.
Rescue Lily is that time, it's personal. Okay. Like anything that has gone before, it was not personal. The king's troops had kidnapped Lily for some... Okay, well, they didn't manage to destroy her house, but they actually did kidnap her. Maybe that's why the mission was over last time, thankfully enough. And you have to get to the Zeppelin dock and go after them. Maybe I'm sort of hoping that I can actually get to control Zeppelin. I'm not holding my breath, but... Well, let's see if we can drive some Zeppelin and see some airborne action next time. And let's play Armed and Dangerous. I thank you for joining me, and see you next time. And the splash damage from the rocket is going to kill me outright. Okay. Failure after failure. This is a stupid game. This is one of the worst games I've ever played. One of the worst. Artificially increasing the difficulty by handpicking the locations where they can ambush me without any considerations. This damn trial and error method of progressing through the convoluted missions, and these maps are always designed to be whatever. This is a damn game. This damn game is just piss me off every time, at every turn. And it's just road sequence after road sequence. Jonesy, you should protect me, you bastard, you mole bastard. Yeah, all these gacha tropes and structures that makes it really hard for me to like this game. I mean, I just picked this game because, you know, it was just lying around, and you know, I said this could be a pretty good action title, and I mean, I have a pretty fun time, you know, just trying to concentrate on pure action. But I was definitely wrong on that count, because this game is just a futile exercise. Watch out! Bunch of...
What the f is wrong with you